When it's Friday night, there's nothing to do. Start a new show and you suck like glue. What I binged this weekend.
Actually, I was looking around for, like, I watched like 10 minutes of a lot of different episodes of different like shows that I randomly clicked on, and they all kind of sucked. So I don't remember what they were. So I just rewatched season 3 of American Horror Story, Coven, and it's pretty great. It's actually one of my favorites of the seasons, I guess, of the horror stories. It's probably the best written, I think. I don't know. It's the one that flows the most, because the first one's like, yeah, it's okay. It's, you know, the murder house, and it's like haunted houses and whatever. You're getting the hang of what American Horror Story is. And then the second one, like, it's really good, Asylum, but it takes forever, and you have to have so much focus on it. It's almost, I guess people don't like the second season. Taylor told me to skip it. But it's kind of confusing, and then it just takes a really long time to
come around to
a
resolution.
See, I don't like when shows do that, because it's like,
it's good, like, when it resolves everything, it's like, holy shit, if you would have gotten to this faster, I would have been much more entertained.
But like, because, I mean, is it like filler, as in like it doesn't advance the story forward, or is it there, and then later at the end you go, oh, that's why they did that there?
That one.
Okay, so that is
it's like
actually,
the latter.
Like, subtly hinting at,
yes, very, very subtly. And then it gets a little confusing, because they throw in another, like,
subplot.
Yeah, and they don't really resolve it.
I don't like when shows, because I've run into this problem with stuff that I've watched, where it's like, it's good, and then there's like 3 or 4 episodes that's just like, okay, come on. So instead of having a season of 12, they really should have only had an 8 or 10 episode season, because it's like, there was no need to make those other 2, besides the fact you wanted to make money.
Yeah.
And your studio was like, no, you have to make 12.
It's basically the whole concept of why Supernatural is still getting seasons. Like, why is it still getting seasons? It stopped telling anything new after
it's just
the
like,
first one.
it's funny to watch.
It's just 2 brothers doing stuff.
Fighting for love.
I agree with you. I got into season 6, and then I didn't know what was happening within, like, I didn't know who the main villain was. And the main villain was Satan. And I forgot that that's who they were, like, that was the whole point. So I just kind of stopped watching. But anyway, Coven, witches, magic.
Right.
I know they set someone on fire, and it looks kind of cool.
It's also, it's so badass.
That, I'll admit,
Have you seen American Horror Story?
I watched a couple episodes with my wife.
Of Coven,
she was watching it, of Coven.
Of Coven.
And
she wasn't freaked out?
No, she was watching it.
Oh, okay.
And
just like,
I watched this one episode where this chick had a Godfather moment, and it's like she got a demon goat head sent to her in the mail, and I was like, "Lols, that's hilarious. Let's keep watching."
Goat heads are funny.
Dead goat heads in the mail, fantastic. Cheap laugh from Connor. And then I watched later, like, I left and bought groceries for dinner or something, and came back, and it was still on. It was a different episode. And all I remember is they're leading this chick out to get burnt at the stake, and it's like a montage or a series of shots or something of them slowly going out, and they have this song playing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is really stupid, but I love the song. I love the song because it works really well with the moment, because they're burning some witch.
Is she wearing white or is she wearing red?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Because she's a man. He doesn't pay attention to color of clothing.
Spoiler alert, she gets burned twice.
Good for her.
She comes back to life. She was
that much of a witch.
Ah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Where's a steak right now when you need one? Anyway, I'm kidding. I wouldn't.
Like a T-bone?
Yes.
Prime rib.
I want ribs.
No.
Anyway, no, like, cause this season, like, I guess, yeah, you can say it's cheesy. It's kind of, sometimes it leaves that open for it, and it's actually really funny, because there's like a few characters where they have their moments where they're completely stereotypical, but they call attention to that. They're like, oh God, you're the most stereotypical example of this. Like, it's really funny. Like, it's supposed to be like creepy and serious, and it has a cool, like, they are the descendants of the witches of Salem, and they actually escaped. And they're like, you didn't think we were that stupid to all get caught, right? And it's just really funny because they're kind of...
They're poking fun at the genre.
Yeah, and it's nowadays. Like, they're in, like, present-day Louisiana.
Aren't they in New Orleans?
And they have... Yeah, no, they have a...
Because they got some voodoo chick. She
Yeah,
was the
she's
one that got the goat head godfather.
What is her name? Marie
I don't
Laveau?
know. I don't want to
Marie
fuck with
Laveau?
her. Some shit. Yeah,
She's the voodoo queen. Like, she's known in New, like, she's an actual legend.
Oh my god, she had afro in the 70s.
What?
In the show, there's a flashback. I saw a flashback, and she had an afro, and she was sitting across the table from this witch leader of the Coven, and she was like the sassy 70s black lady. Made me think of Beyonce and Austin Powers and
Foxy Cleopatra.
Foxy Cleopatra.
Foxy Cleopatra.
That's how I talk sometimes. And then she just signed a paper, and that's what I remember.
It was a
end
truce.
of show.
End of show for Connor. I stopped watching.
Fox Cleopatra, you know, she just rules the world. But no, it's just really funny, and it's what's that chick's name? The blonde lady that's in all of them that they say Caitlyn Jenner looks like her sister.
I know who you're talking about.
I need to find her name.
She was in Down with Love, right?
Yeah.
This
You know, if you just have the app.
Oops. Oh yeah, I should download the app as many times as I go on it. Jessica Lange.
Oh,
Or Lang.
Lange. It's Jessica Lange.
Lang. Yeah. She's a... Surprise, surprise, she's a supreme, because there's always one in every coven. But, it's... I think it's one of her best works out of
I think,
American Horror Story.
I think that role got her an Emmy nomination.
Did it?
I think it did.
I believe it.
I don't think she won, but I do believe it got her the nomination.
Because she's been in every single series, season, obviously. Sometimes they replace other people, but I don't know, I love how they reuse it, and it's always a different story. But in this one, she's like hardcore badass, but also like an asshole. Like, you want her to die.
Isn't she kind of the main villain?
Kind of, yeah. Kind of the main villain. She's, well, yeah.
I know enough about it from the website we're not supposed to talk about outside of the website.
Oh, I'm like...
You're like, I don't know what you're talking
It's really
about.
funny because whenever I talk about it, I never say that. I just say, oh, on the internet.
Oh, I say that too.
Anyway.
So on the
but
internet.
she's... I don't know. I think it's some of the best acting that they've had in it. Also, Stevie Nicks is in it, who's amazing. But for like 2 or 3 episodes.
She won the 2014 Primetime Emmy for Fiona.
Damn. Yeah, that's her character in Coven.
So it is. Okay, so she did win.
Fiona Good. But, because it's kind of like her descent into...
Man.
She's basically losing the power that she had before. It's kind of...
Okay.
I guess you can compare it to, like, musicians who get so full of themselves and eventually use, like, addiction and
Justin Bieber.
drugs as a... Yeah, hopefully. No, I'm kidding. That's rude.
He's already that way.
I know. I hate him.
Look at all the tattoos I got, man.
I hate him. Anyway, but it's... I don't know. She's just a very good representation of all of that, and she executes it very well. And it's funny because I was noticing how, like, whenever they're like in pain or like any character is like getting brutally injured, I laugh at it, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like you know how there's like performance-y, like, oh god, I'm dying, but then there's like, holy shit, this is like ripping my insides. It's almost too realistic, where it's, I don't know
So
how to explain it.
I don't know how to
But,
explain it.
I don't know.
It's either realistic or over realistic. Is it Green Inferno realistic? Or is it Cannibal Holocaust realistic? If you get those references, you need
Be his
Jesus.
friend. No, I'm kidding.
You need Jesus if you get those references.
Jesus, he works out on the corner and sells oranges. But, no, that's racist. I don't know, it's just really good, and I think it's the best season that they've come across so far. I started Freak Show, and I didn't get to finish it. It was a little confusing, and I got kind of tired of it, but then again, I wasn't giving it my complete focus. But, Yeah, Coven witches are badass. They make you want to be one. I want to.
I remember
one.
just seeing the trailer for that season and going, "Holy crap!" I don't even watch this show, but
Yeah.
that season looks really cool.
It's really good, and it's just like it has the right amount of humor. It does make fun of itself, like it doesn't. I don't think it overdoes much.
I think it lost me when, and no offense to anyone.
The goat head. What are you gonna say?
Well, I was.
No
gonna say-
offense, meaning total offense coming your way.
Yeah.
No. I think it lost me when there's this poor innocent girl with Down syndrome in the Coven, and I'm like, I can't wait to see what kind of terrible witch thing she does. But I stopped watching, so I couldn't see anything. So does she do terrible witch things, or is she just like
Eventually, yes. She's like more like the innocent
the innocent
role,
witch?
but she
But
ends
like-
up becoming, because like in it there are witches that have like one certain power.
Yeah,
And then as they,
she had
continue,
that
they
one
grow.
power,
They're like they
yeah.
grow more, and like she ends up developing mind control and kills someone by making them drink bleach. So it's pretty cool.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah,
See,
she deserved it though. It's so
Yeah.
funny because she's like, okay, so they had to sacrifice an innocent, so they kill her. Surprise alert! Spoiler alert! Whatever. But in it,
Surprise alert!
surprise alert!
I'm about to
No.
spoil it.
Oh my god. But anyway, so who they're sacrificing to is like with like the voodoo realm, I guess. And they're like, we had a like you're supposed to only do an innocent, and she's like, she's mostly innocent. I mean, she killed the neighbor lady, but the bitch had it coming, and it's just really funny because she's like a crazy, psychotic, religious lady that lives next door, and then you're glad that she anyway. If you're gonna watch any of them, I think you should watch Coven. I mean,
Yeah,
you
the
can
cool
watch
thing
watch
is
the
you
whole
don't
thing,
have
but
to watch
yes, you don't
all
have
of
to.
them.
There is a rumor that they're connected, but
Loosely connected.
loosely. There's like one character that they're basing it off of, Peppa, and she wasn't even in this one. But I recommend it.
How many?
If you're
how
late
many
to the
severed
party,
goat heads out of 10?
severed goat heads.
Just for
Infinite 13.
No, do it for the season. Do it for the series.
Okay, for the season, I'd say like 8.9.
8.9 severed heads.
So like 8, and then like all but one horn of the goat. And for the season, for the whole show,
Yeah.
again, going off of that, I haven't seen much of Freak Show. I'd say a 9 out of all of them, all the seasons. Yeah, go American Horror Story. See what Lady Gaga has in store.
Oh, I am
A
excited
neat
for
dress.
You are, or you're not?
that. I am.
Oh,
I think.
I'm excited for it.
I think she. can
She's
do
a
good
vampire.
job. Yeah.
I think she's just gonna be Lady Gaga.
See,
and
that's the thing.
Lady
People
Gaga
think that
is
she's
Lady
gonna be
Gaga.
like over the top Lady Gaga. I'm gonna wear a meat dress, but I think she's gonna be like. I think she can actually pull it off.
No, I think she's gonna wear a meat dress, but it's gonna be a meat dress made out of people's faces.
Like the Joker.
Yeah.
But that's
Or doll
it
maker.
goes
Doll
with
maker.
it. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that person.
But no, I do actually think.
I think
that,
she could do a good job.
That season 5.
Yes.
Season 5 is interesting. How the direction they're taking it. I know. Yes, Lady Gaga does have a
Mhm.
lot of draw to it because they're like, oh, Lady Gaga's gonna be in it. Okay. But I think that.
And they have like a. Is she a murderer? There's a lady like that's playing an
But
actual like woman in history
there
in there.
Bates
rumors-
Motel.
Kind
Aren't
of.
there rumors that Hotel is actually going to be 2 seasons long?
You know what?
I heard that.
The rumor that I heard about American Horror Story
That would
is
go
they
against
were gonna
their-
have 2 different crews
Really?
doing, and because they're anthology,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, each season's a different story.
Yeah.
And they were gonna have 2 different crews, and so they would have a spring crew and a fall crew,
Really?
and that they were gonna have it each year. They'd have 2 seasons, but they would 2 different
Meaning
stories.
starting now with Hotel or starting at the beginning with
But
the
it would be a
remember.
different locale. Because I heard they were doing something differently starting with this season. And it
Mhm.
was either that they were going to extend it and actually have 2 seasons that were in the same location, same time
Mhm.
frame. Or if they do same location but different time frame.
That'd be cool.
That
Yeah.
would be interesting.
My hope is just that they don't do what they did in Asylum, where they drag it out too long and
Yeah.
it's not every second is so fascinating where it keeps your attention.
But skip the filler.
Yeah.
Make it all worth it.
Or if you do that, make it entertaining to where
Yeah.
you don't regret seeing it.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.